Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome to Spirit Speakeasy. I'm Giovanni, joyful medium. I'm a working psychic medium, energy healer, and spiritual gifts mentor. This podcast is like a seat at the table in a secret club, but with mediums, mystics, and the spiritual luminaries of our time. So come behind the velvet ropes with me and see inside my world as I chat insider style with profoundly gifted souls. We go deep, share juicy stories, laugh a lot, and it wouldn't be a speakeasy without great insider secrets and tips. You might even learn that you have some gifts of your own. So step inside the Spirit Speakeasy. Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back or welcome in for another episode of Spirit Speakeasy. I have gone back and forth about what I wanted to record this week. If you're listening or watching at the time that this is being released, I am releasing it a day late on what is Election Day in the US. And I'm recording it just the day before. So the day before Election Day, which is Monday, November 4th, as I'm recording this. And I have really, well, let me give you a little update about what's going on with me, and then I will tell you my struggle. And then I want to also give you some updates about the episodes that we have rolling out for the rest of 2024. So I've been really this last year focusing on some things in my own life and in my own growth. And one of those things is the way I want my schedule to be laid out. So I've really been trying to figure out, because most of you know, I still actively work as a medium and see clients and give readings, both mediumship readings and psychic readings. I do group readings, I do healing, I teach an advanced group. So I'm still working. So how am I fitting that with the recording of the podcast and all of the editing and all of the other pieces, and working on creating another course that's going to be rolling out in the new year. So one of the things I've been wanting to be more intentional about over this year, 2024, is the way my schedule looks and which days I see clients and how I'm making time for all these other things. So it's something I've been working on. And some of the weeks I have a day or 2 days that I have dedicated for what I call computer work, which could be anything from recording to editing to, creating emails, whatever has to be done in the laptop. And as it so happens, this past week, on the days that I had set for recording, my daughter, who is 23, almost 24, had a bit of a health challenge this past week. She's okay now, but it was concerning, and I wasn't sure if it was a flu or something more serious. It does seem to be mostly resolved at this point, thank goodness. I am beyond grateful to have gotten to go take care of her and spend a couple days nurturing her and just being with her. So I'm grateful that I got the opportunity, and I'm of course really grateful that nothing serious seems to be wrong. But those are the days that I had scheduled for recording. So the episode for this week didn't get recorded. And then with everything that has been going on globally, and of course in the US news with these impending elections. And for those of us that are sensitive, which is probably most of you who are listening here, just the overall energy has been a lot. So I've had some things popping off in my life with my daughter's health, and then my son had just been visiting. So the week before was really just busy and unstructured. So it's just been kind of a lot of things. I had a couple other little things, little hiccups go off, and, but just the things of life. And with everything that's going on in the energy, in the way it feels, in the tension in the US, in these opposing sides and what's being offered and the direction that it seems like at least almost 50% of the country's going, I've just been in my own emotions a little bit. I don't want to totally numb out and not feel things. And I am aware of the news and kind of dipping into both sides and neutral perspectives and just getting an understanding and learning about the history of the US government and how all of it works, and something I didn't become really invested in, truthfully, if I'm honest, until 2019, 2016. After 2016, I became really invested, like a lot of us. And I really been trying to practice being aware and knowing what's going on and advocating where I can, and also giving myself some space, because it's tough energy for all of us. Whether you identify as someone who's sensitive or not, this has been wild. Um, some of it I've known has been there. Some of it I hate that is still a part of our country. For those listening outside of the U.S., I think one of the things in my travels that I've noticed is when I meet people who are from countries other than the U.S. or often Canada, a lot of people internationally don't realize that the U.S. is so divided within itself, that there are different little pockets and areas that have different political beliefs or different, ideas of the way we should be doing things. And I don't know. I think we've all been just aware of the current events. I know we don't talk about politics here. I try to not make it about that. This is our place to, understand our gifts and talk about empowerment. But this is happening, and this is in our world, and this is a heavy energy. Now, what I do tend to do is kind of take a step back and see if I can step into that observer position and see what I can become aware of in the undercurrents of the energy, or the overall energy, or the themes. That is perhaps a defense mechanism or a coping strategy that I use myself, but it does seem to work. So if you feel like that works for you, you can always do that as well. And I'll tell you what I am seeing in the energy, and what we have been talking about these last couple years of the podcast. This is going to be our third December coming up just around the corner. And in just a second, I'll get into what we've got rolling out for the rest of the year as far as what you can expect for some of the fun episodes we're going to be doing. Really, I look at the overall energy, and I know that as a collective, we are, or at least I believe, I have to believe, I can't maybe prove it, but I believe we're evolving towards our highest and greatest good in all of the ways, as a collective, as community, as individuals. That's the nature of where our souls want to go, is expanded and inclusive. And I can see two clear paths of how we want to learn those lessons as a collective, but I do believe that that's where our soul is always being moved, is to our own advancement, to our own growth, to our own expansion, to be more humanitarian, to care more about each other, to have more communication, to share more information. So that gives me some grains of hope. I've talked to other psychics and intuitives and astrologers and people that I know just over the last months, and they all feel pretty favorably that we're going to go in a good direction in this election. And I know that the world is watching, and I, as a sensitive, let me know if you can feel this in the energy. I can feel all of the eyes on us, and I can feel some of the behind the scenes, like strategic pieces, who's connected, who's talking that shouldn't be talking, the way military groups are positioning. And I can just feel different currents in the energy, and some of it is anxiety producing. So like I said, it does help me to lean into that, knowing that we are, at least I am as a soul, and I know a lot of you as souls are moving towards our own advancement, our own opening. And I know through other practitioners that really is the energy that as a collective on our earth that we are moving towards. So I really just didn't honestly feel like I had some positive words of wisdom to give this week. So I wasn't sure what to record for you guys. And like I said, some of the days did get consumed with me getting to do the mom thing, which I love doing, especially when everything works out. But as another layer to it, I don't know what's going to happen. You guys know, I don't believe in predicting the future. I don't have a solid, definite answer as to what this outcome is going to be in these next couple days. We do know that an outcome is going to be presented. We do know that many challenges are going to fire off. We do know it's going to be a very high likelihood that there's going to be some chaos. So I just feel unsettled. And for me, what that does to me as a human in my human processing, it's not my soul self, but it's part of my human processing right now. And still, I kind of want to get quiet and go within. That's my natural place where I want to go. I'm recording from home today. I do have some clients, but I'm working online just as it would happen. And so I had time to record a little something for you guys. But my nature as a person is just to get still, to take a step back, to take a pause and kind of be within myself. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I guess the thing I can offer you is that we're in this together, that I will keep showing up and I will keep bringing guests to show up to talk to us about, our own advancement, our own gifts, like we talk about in the intro, mediums, mystics, and luminaries of our time. So that's my commitment still with the podcast. But just in this moment in history and in this moment in time, I don't know what to offer. I really don't. I look to wise teachers and mentors and uh, wise sages that I have studied over the years for, I don't know, comfort, clarity, guidance. I go into my own practices, which I know has been coming up in the weekly readings. If you follow those on social media or by email, if you're not on the email list, think about getting on there, which you can do on the homepage of my website, joyfulmedium.com. There is a free mini course sign magnet, which for anyone who's gotten that in the past, for some of you that signed up on the mobile, it wasn't rolling out correctly. I am going to resend it to the entire list, but if you didn't see all 3 lessons the first time you signed up, sign up again. It won't duplicate your email address. It will recognize you and it'll just give it to you. And I guess we can now transition to what's coming up. The other reason I want you guys to be on that email list is I really wrestled with this idea of, like, we talk about these holiday sales and pre-holiday sales and all the holiday sales. And I don't know about you guys, but even before Halloween this year, I was seeing holiday decorations and holiday sales and pre-Black Friday sales and pre-Cyber Monday sale, all these pre-sales. And it's a little bit overwhelming, first of all, because it's like, okay, my gosh, like, normally, okay, maybe right before Thanksgiving, but it's like Halloween, before Halloween now, we're seeing Christmas stuff. So it's just felt like a lot in the holiday department. And I have been getting myself, just as a regular internet user, a million emails already around all these holiday offers. So in talking with my coach, I didn't want to create an offer. I didn't want to sell you guys something for the holidays. And so she said, how about you just give a free gift? So that is what I'm working on for you guys for the holidays. So everyone on my email list will get it. So make sure that you are signed up to my email list, which you can do on the homepage of my website. So it'll be a nice little free stocking stuffer gift for you for the holidays coming soon. I'll probably put it out right, towards the end of November. So that is on the horizon. I also decided, since, like I said, this is going to be our 3rd December of the podcast. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? It's crazy. For those of you that have been around since the beginning, so much love to you. For those of you that are new, get excited, because at the end of the year, I like to pepper in some fun kind of prediction and looking at the energy episodes. And we're going to have some not repeats as in like the same episodes, but some revisiting guests that we've had before that help us at the end of the year. I'm going to give some, if you don't want the spoilers of who's coming or what's coming next, you don't have to listen to this part. But if you're curious, we're going to have Nancy Rebecca talking to us about the blue light beings and their predictions for the rest of 2024 and into the first part of 2025, the first few months in the energy and what those beings, those celestial light beings, are predicting. We're going to have Sheetal Story, who's going to give us the astrological predictions and forecast into the first half of 2025, which is so exciting. She's done that with us the last couple years, and you guys really love that. And I noticed that you guys really love the prediction and what's coming episodes. So I'm really jam packing kind of end of November, December, and even into January with these episodes. We're going to be doing, again, the themes of the year. So this year we'll be doing the 9 themes of the 9 year, because 2025 is a 9 year in the energy. So what themes you can expect for all of us in the energy in 2025. We have that episode coming. There is another Healing with the Angelic Realm, another Archangel episode coming. And this one is special around the December solstice, because this is a little bit of a controversial, lesser known of the archangels that is walks a little bit in the shadow of things, which is so important because solstice has to do with, the longest day of darkness. So another one of the Archangel episodes is coming. I am actually, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, or you can even email Joy at Joyful Medium with your thoughts about it. But I'm even thinking of doing an energy reading episode of reading the energy and potentials, kind of how we do in the weekly readings, but doing the overall for the first maybe few months of the year. And if you guys like it, we can do it quarterly maybe, or every 6 months maybe. So let me know your thoughts about that. And we're going to also be sprinkling in a couple episodes about grief and how to hold space for yourself and take care of yourself if you are finding yourself in grief in this season of light, and how to support others that are in grief. As a medium, I, of course, work with a lot of people that have lost someone, and we really can profoundly help each other and show up for each other. So even sometimes, I know I used to get really anxious about knowing what to say to someone or what not to say. So we'll talk about that in the grief episode. We've got lots of exciting things coming up. We are talking to another one of our wonderful astrologer friends. Monica Guru Grit is going to be coming up, and she's going to have something so generous that she's giving as a gift for all of you. And we're going to be talking about our destiny and luck as it relates to astrology and what that means for us. So we're really going to be having some fun as we go into these next months of the year. I didn't want this little late quirky episode to put you off and make you think like, oh, what's going on? Are we not going to be having fun for the rest of the year? We're going to have so much fun. I just need us to get through this little hump of US elections and see what the heck is going on in the energy. I've been feeling a little bit, it's not quite paralyzed, but just needing downtime and time within myself. I've been cleaning and doing meal prep. So that's something else you can do for yourself if you're feeling kind of stressed in the energy, is what are the self-care type things you can do. Sometimes when I'm stressed, I don't really feel like cooking, and it kind of opens me up for like maybe eating something less healthy, which is also okay sometimes, right? Let's be honest. I did eat some ice cream earlier today, full disclosure, but just getting through this little bit of time and getting through it together, and knowing that if you are listening, if you are a part of the Spirit Speakeasy community, that you mean so, so much to me. And as you guys have let me know over these last couple years, when I've seen you or run into you, or those of you that reach out to me, even if it's just commenting on social media, it means so much to me that this podcast is meaning something to you. I wasn't sure, as we all work on, I wasn't sure that I'd have enough to offer. I wasn't sure even what to offer you guys. I wasn't sure what you would want to hear. And so I started thinking about it, like, what do I enjoy in podcasts that I listen to? And what do I want to hear? And what's missing that I would want out there? And what can I create that will be something that people can kind of go back to as they're in their own development, in their own process. So this is a living, breathing relationship we have here in Spirit Speakeasy, just because it's growing and evolving as you guys share what you need and what you want and what you like. I'm also going to be sharing some more spirit stories coming up, some of my own, and then some that others have given me permission to share of theirs. So I really think the rest of this year, we're going to go out strong with this 8, and I'm very excited. I've been working on the 9 themes for the 9-year episode, so I'm very excited to share those themes with you of what we can expect for 2025. It's going to be a doozy, but it's going to be good. So I don't like the idea of spiritual bypassing and just, Susie sunshining all over everything. I think it's fair that we have to honor our hard and challenging emotions too as they come up. And that's just kind of the place I am this week. I even talked to my bestie, shout out bestie, earlier today. I was like, I don't know. I got ready early today thinking like, okay, I'm going to record this episode. And then I sat down and I was like, I don't really have anything that I feel is perfectly uplifting for this moment and the way things feel and the energy to me. And she was like, you don't have to record something. But I just feel like, not that I feel like I do, but I want to be here with you. And I want to let you know that I'm in this with you, and that we're in this together in our human family, in our earth community, and in our I guess, spiritually awake or trying to be awake little corner of the world here that we have in the speakeasy. So that's what we've got coming up. Like I said, I've also got a free holiday gift. And in the new year, I have some really exciting opportunities for those of you that are wanting to expand your gifts or learn about your intuition. I'm going to have some really exciting things coming up in the new year as well. I just think we're in for a bit of funky energy kind of through the end of the year, as it were. But I hope that everything is okay in your world. I hope that, maybe none of this is affecting you in the same way it's affecting me. Maybe you're able to compartmentalize a little differently, or maybe you're struggling too. Maybe you're feeling like, yeah, girl, this is a lot. This energy is a lot. And it's one thing to feel the energy of the collective and all the stress and all the chaos and be separate from it, but then still have to move in the world, right? And still have to go to the grocery store or pick your kids up from school or go into your office or whatever you have going on. So I think we're all going through it in our own ways, but I just want to send some love your way and let you know that I haven't gone anywhere. I just have been laying a little bit low this week and taking care of my girl. And I'm still here and have so much in the pipeline for you for the rest of the year in the energy and in what we're going to learn and do together, and some things to pique your interest, and lots of fun ways of looking at the energy and the predictions for 2025 as we close out the last little bit of 2024. Let's see what we're in for. And I know that we can learn from anything. I know we can grow together, and I know that we can, even in the energy, even in the support with each other and seeing each other and understanding and giving compassion, no matter what someone's going through. I know we all are capable of doing that. So however we can hang on to hope and get through this little stretch of time that's feeling a little extra chaotic in the global community and in our own communities, tune into your practices. I know I've been saying that a lot this year. It's going to show up, just a little heads up, it's going to show up even more through the end of the year and into the beginning of next year. Just finding those practices that work for you, whether it's exercise or meditation or I don't know, cooking. Like I said, that's what I was doing yesterday, or gardening, or whatever it is for you that is a restorative hobby or a spiritual practice of contemplation, meditation, prayer, whatever it is for you, music. Find that thing for you and find a way to be sprinkling a little bit into most days of your week to recharge yourself, to recenter, to give yourself a break from the noise of the energy of the world. I hope you are finding ways to do it. I certainly am over here doing the best that I can too. So just know that I am with you in spirit, and I am sending you love and healing. That's the other little thing I've been doing quite a bit of, is doing some extra healing work. You guys know my first love is healing, first and foremost in this work. And I've been sending healing to the spirit side as well. That's something I've been doing this year. But I really just been spending some time healing and sending positive healing energy and Reiki energy to the community that listens to this podcast, to the communities that I work with, and to the collective for whoever could receive it. So that's something you can do. Even if you don't have like training or certification in a healing modality, you can send it as just love and intention from your heart. That will work as well. So even though, as always, things are outside of our individual control, there are some things we can do to contribute and to be together. I've also been trying to find bits of time with friends and with like-minded people when I can. So if that's within the possibility for you too, whatever you can do to support yourself during this little time. But I wanted to send you a bunch of love and let you know that I'm here. I'm just laying a little bit low this week, doing my own inner workings, and like I said, doing these things over here, taking care of my fam and working, and haven't forgotten about you at all. So many exciting things coming up for the end of the year. Let's see how the energy rolls out over this week, and we will have a full-length episode for you next week. That is an interview episode, and it is actually going to be the Nancy Rebecca Blue Light episode, which I am so excited about. So whatever energy you're feeling, whatever is going on in your world, whether you're in the US or somewhere else, or whether there are things going on for you in other areas of your life as well, like most of us, just know that you have a community here, that you're always welcome, and we'll leave a light on for you. And there is always lots of love here for you. We're in this together, guys. Let's see what happens. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye for now from inside Spirit Speakeasy.